Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Lippert Live here on Friday, May 10th. Appreciate all those who are joining us. We got folks right now inside Lippert Communities in Lippert Scouts on Facebook. You can join us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you may be watching from. Let us know in the comments where you are watching from, and be sure to like and subscribe. Hello, Jim, watching on YouTube right now on the Lippert YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribing. You're going to find all types of information about Lippert products, about DIY kind of repairs, maintenance for all those different Lippert products. A whole lot going on the YouTube. And we recently just started a Technical Institute YouTube channel specifically for videos coming from the Technical Institute, and a regular show on viewer questions and common questions that the Technical Institute sees throughout the year, as the Lippert Technical Institute is out there training folks both in Indiana and all over the place. We'll get to that in a little bit. We also have a special guest joining us later in the show. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and there are some initiatives going around internally at Lippert for all types of well-being. So we're going to be joined by our well-being director a little bit later on. And we have Jim is watching from Pleasanton, California. Thank you, everybody. Another wonderful Friday from Joe watching at St. Francis State Park. Yeah, we appreciate everyone joining in your camping travels. If you're at home, wherever you may be, as we'll get to later, maybe you're on your boat as well, as some of the boats get put in the water here, wherever you may be. So I appreciate those who are joining us live. Get in the chat. Subscribe, like the video, and join us every Friday here at 11 a.m. It is May 10th. We are almost halfway through May. The next time we join you, we will be over halfway through the month of May. So I hope you guys are getting the best weather you can, getting out there, being able to travel, making sure your plans come to fruition. I know the weather over the last week or so, especially in the Midwest of the States, but really kind of everywhere, has been a little different than what we would like in some places. So I hope all those who have suffered some of the severe weather out there are safe and are doing well. And we appreciate all those who are helping your fellow campers, your fellow community members stay safe as well when you are out there. So we appreciate you joining us, because it has been quite a week. Something I'm really excited to talk about a little bit. Lippert last week got a chance to, in partnership with Notre Dame, got a chance to sit in on some final presentations from some Notre Dame students who had spent all semester researching and studying the RV, the ATV, basically the outdoor industry. Some of these folks also worked along with local dealers and people who were in the industry to get a better sense of really what the industry entails and what Notre Dame students might be able to do to further research, development, dealers working together, and the whole community working together. So it was super cool to see some of these final presentations as folks were getting a little bit of a taste of the RV and outdoor lifestyle industry, working with leaders within Lippert and the community to be able to go over some of their ideas and some of those things that they wanted to basically make sure we're being put out there on the industry. So some of the minds of the future helping out the industry a little bit. So we appreciate it. Milo is watching from El Paso, Texas. Hello, Milo, watching on YouTube. Make sure your YouTube viewers are subscribing to the channel and continue to join us. We got some questions here too, and I'm going to go ahead and get to those questions in a little bit as well. So we appreciate you joining us. I got Jill, Linda, Mark, Steve in the chat. Bob and Grace Bouchard, two veterans on the move. Steve is in the chat there too. A couple of Steves, a couple of folks cutting it up there in the chat right now. Upper 80s for us this week, Jim says in the chat too. So super cool. I hope that weather is working out for everyone. It's a little chillier here in northern Indiana at the moment, but I'm looking forward to that getting better as the days go on and as summer comes along, right? This week, RV industry leaders from all different types of companies, not just Lippert, really the whole industry gathered up for a state park cleanup. This happened at Chano Lake State Park in Indiana. the RV industry gathered. You can see some of the names and some of the companies folks worked for in the photos there, but gathered for a cleanup project, the RVIA Park Improvement Initiative. So happy to be a part of this conglomerate of companies that were coming together to make an impact in the local community. Super cool to see that happening as well. If you would like to serve your community, whether it's your camping community, your lake community, where your home is, maybe you're just traveling for a little bit, maybe you're visiting colleges as some of those high schoolers start preparing for what colleges they might want to go to, you can serve your community near and far with the help of Lippert and servewithpurpose.com. That's SERV with purpose.com. You can find your local opportunities. Basically, we do some of the hard work for you, finding those opportunities and telling you where you can go and make a difference. And you can take part in the May monthly challenge, packing food at a local food bank or pantry. So that is the challenge this month. And if you are going to do that, make sure you're getting those photos and videos on social to encourage others to be able to help out with that initiative as well. Coming up, we have Courtney Armstrong. The Flipping Nomad is on tour right now, and Lippert is proud to sponsor this along with Harvest Hosts, Girl Camper, and Progressive, letting people know some of the different ways that you can ensure your outdoor adventures. Really super cool. Courtney has been staying at some Harvest Host locations on the way. Her next location that she is going to hit up with Lippert is going to be in Eugene, Oregon. You can follow along on all these travels at the Flipping Nomad on social media, but of course you can follow Lippert on social media as well. But she is headed to Eugene, Oregon, June 18th. RV Owner School is happening in Eugene. If you are an RV owner, maybe a future RV owner, maybe you're just someone who wants a little bit more information on what you can do to get the most out of your camper and get the most out of your Lippert parts and know how to maintain them. We have RV Owner School on the road happening in Eugene, Oregon. The Flipping Nomad will be there on June 18th, so you can take a look at the Ultimate Fusion, as well as get your questions answered about some of the interior design aspects of maybe improving your own unit a little bit out there. So super cool that is happening in Eugene, Oregon. Of course, we have the 3-day RV Owner Schools going to be happening in Mishawaka, Indiana. RV Owner School's happening starting in June. So we're just a little under a month away. We're about a month away from the first RV Owner School happening in June from the 11th to the 13th. This is happening at the Lippert Technical Institute in Mishawaka, Indiana. So you get 3 days, hands-on experience with the products, hands-on experience with the parts, the Lippert Technical Institute trainers there to guide you and answer all your questions. It really can be a Q&A session, a feedback session, whatever you want to make it, happening starting in June, going through August here at the Lippert Technical Institute. Campaholics, I have been to the RV Owner School twice and will be going back for a third serving. A great experience. Super cool to be able to see people. I myself look forward to heading out to one of the 3-day schools this summer. Really excited to kind of get that hands-on experience, and maybe I'll take it in with some of you who are watching right there if you were going to be coming to Indiana soon. Tammy Morgan Jeffrey in the chat, hello and welcome. Enjoy seeing some of the familiar faces and some new faces here on Lippert Live as well. So those 3-day RV Owner Schools are coming up very quickly, so make sure you are checking those out. Speaking of some of the events that Lippert and some of our friends have been at, Chasing the Caches, you can catch them online. Our friends Tammy and Greg, they're in the chat right now watching in Lippert Scouts. We're recently at an RV rally in Tennessee. You can see some of the cool faces there gathering up. Common bonds being the same type of unit. This RV rally was specific for a certain model, or not even model, certain make of unit right there. So we were super cool to see some of the photos that were posted on Lippert social media, on Chasing the Caches social media. Quite the gathering happening in Tennessee. There are quite a few rallies and events that we will be a part of that are coming up. I know our friends, the Campaholics, who are also watching right now on Facebook, were recently at a rally in Arizona, in Tucson. Some of the folks who are in our Lippert Scouts community were at these rallies and we're able to show some photos. If you are attending an RV rally or an RV specific event and you want to share your photos or maybe get the lay of the land before you head out, make sure you are joined in our free Facebook community, Lippert Scouts. You can get RV owners of all different types, all different makes and models, all different locations. You can get their feedback on maybe some of the RV rallies and events that you want to attend and get a heads up on that. Maybe you want a heads up on RV Owner School. You can get it straight from folks who are attending these events within Lippert Scouts right now. Jim says, get out to the RV Owner Schools. Get out there right now. So yeah, if you are not a member of Lippert Scouts currently, join in. It is free. We want your feedback on the RV experience so we can take that internally within Lippert and better what we're doing for you, the RVers and the campers out there and the outdoor enthusiasts. So we want that feedback. Make sure you're joined in, but you can also see some of the cool events that are happening and maybe get inspired to head out on your own to these events. So thank you to the Caches for getting us pictures of those events. Coming up, we will be in Michigan next week, in southern Michigan, Coldwater, for a Grand Design RV rally. Alliance has a rally coming up in Elkhart and Goshen, Elkhart County, Goshen more specifically. We will be there, so you will see Lippert service teams out there, Lippert team members, and some of our brand ambassadors who are going to be listening to your RV travels, your RV experiences, bringing that back within Lippert, and sharing some stories about traveling so far in this year, 2024. So some of the events that we're going to be at soon. May 14th, that rally in Michigan. May 29th, rally in Goshen at the Elkhart County Fairgrounds. If you are attending any of these, get in the comments right now. Let us know that you will be attending one of these. We got some folks in the chat who are going to be at some of these rallies. Jill in chat asks, is anyone signed up for the Forest River Owners Group Rally? Frog 2024 is coming up later this summer. That'll be at the Elkhart County Fairgrounds. You will see Lippert team members and service there as well to help out those who are attending those rallies. So let us know in the chat if you are going to be at any of those upcoming events. As I mentioned, you can join Lippert Scouts right now. We have quite a few scouts who are watching. We have quite a few scouts who are posting their questions, their feedback, knowledge that they want to share with others on their upcoming DIY projects. Lippert Scouts is a group not for any one particular manufacturer, not for any one particular location, but for all campers and outdoor enthusiasts to help us do the best we can to create a better RV experience, giving thus that feedback to us, but also to help your fellow campers who are all over the country and in some cases all over the world get the most out of their experience too. Chris posted this question this week in Lippert Scouts, has a 2012 Holiday Rambler, and wanted to know, how do I get the TV off the wall? Or how do I change some of the mounting on the TV? What's the best way to tackle it without just going in there and maybe making a couple of mistakes before figuring the correct way out? Ask your fellow campers, ask your fellow RVers, what's the best way to tackle this? Whether it's to add a mount, a different type of mount, whether it's to get into some of the connections there, maybe you're changing the TV out, maybe you end up changing the entire wall there and you want to build a wall. We've had some scouts last year show off their DIY projects of changing out and renovating the entire wall. So super cool question, got some answers and some feedback in there. If you have a good answer you want to provide on this question, make sure you are getting in Lippert Scouts free on Facebook right now. Go find Chris's post and supply your knowledge and information to help Chris out there. Candy posted this one in Lippert Captains in the Lippert Communities app. Getting the boat out on the water. Candy says, our season started last week and Who Haul has their boat on the water. Super cool seeing those boats out there. You may know Lippert is not just an RV manufacturer of parts and components. We also have parts and components for the marine industry, seating, windows, buoys, all different types, fenders, all different types of accessories you can check out on lippert.com. I tell you what, the in-laws recently got their boat in the water, really excited. It's a little too chilly to swim currently, but we're ready to get on top of the water here. So if you've gotten your boat in the water, let us know in the comments. I like this post from Tommy. It was a question mixed with information, mixed with a happy ending and an update based on some of the information that was shared within Lippert Scouts, posting about the airline hose, I believe, and preventing leaking. But you can read out this full chat as well as the comments that Tommy received in Lippert Scouts on Facebook. Again, it's a free group. There's no obligation to post anything. Just make sure you're getting in there, and maybe you will learn something, as Lippert learns something from all those who are experiencing RV travels and the RV experience. But I like this one because it kind of was full circle. Posted a question, needed some information, got some help from the fellow campers out there in the community, and posted an update. We love when the updates are posted on all of these different things because we want to make sure, one, you're not still kind of out there in the open and nothing's been resolved, but we want to see what steps were taken to be able to get that answer. And if Lippert plays a part in that, if Lippert customer care plays a part in that, wonderful. We like that as well. As always, you can reach the Lippert Customer Care Center at this number. We also have an email address for 24/7 help. We also have our virtual assistant on lippert.com available to help with your basic needs. Maybe you're looking for a document. The virtual assistant can help you look for that document. You can give us a call, 432-LIPPERT. If you're in the United States, 432-LIPPERT. And if you are going to call our Lippert Customer Care Center and have feedback to provide, make sure you're getting that feedback in Lippert Communities and Lippert Scouts, because we want to be able to see that and know exactly how we can help if there was maybe a gap in the assistance that you received. Jeffrey Halleck's the Campaholics, Tammy in the chat. We love the chat is going crazy there on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on LinkedIn, make sure you're letting us know that you're watching on LinkedIn, and let us know if there are any suggestions. What do you want to see on future live streams from Lippert here on Fridays? I'm really excited this summer. We look to even expand some of the live streams, especially within our Scouts community, to bring a lot more information from the world outside of Lippert even into our folks who are watching. So we're excited for that. I do have one of the topics, we mentioned it last week on Lippert Live, one of the topics that we saw really go out there were the topic of slide toppers. A lot of feedback in all different types of ways on the topic of slide toppers. If you are someone who has been considering a slide topper, maybe you own a slide topper and have gotten one installed, whether it's a Lippert or other type of brand, we love hearing the feedback, all good things, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether there's something a little pesky about the slide toppers you wish was better. That type of stuff we love to hear within Lippert Scouts, because we want to know if there's an idea out there, a spark, maybe we can make some of our products a little bit better to handle that particular issue you might be having feedback on. Super excited to see a lot of the comments hitting that up. Make sure you're heading out into Lippert Scouts or commenting on this video with what you think about the slide toppers and how they have helped you in your camping experience. But I wanted to share this video from one of our experts who was at a recent show talking about the Lippert slide toppers.
Hi, I'm Matt Klaus from Lippert Components. Today I want to talk about protecting your investment. You spend a lot of money on that unit. We want to make sure that your slide out is covered properly. Introducing the Solera 5000 series slide topper. Comes in black, comes in white. We're going to make sure that it is a heavy, durable slide out protection from dirt, debris, and water infiltration. Take care of your investment. Solera slide toppers at lippert.com.
I'm back here on Lippert Live with Ellen Lowe, who is our wellness director, director of wellness, director of well-being, however we may want to say it, here at Lippert. Ellen, how are you this morning? And what does it mean to be the wellness director?
Fantastic. Thank you for this invitation. It's really great to get in front of this audience and to be able to talk about all things health and wellness. So for us here at Lippert, it means that we have a duty to take care of our team members so that they can take care of our business and take care of our customers and take care of the communities and their families where we live, work, and play.
It's very interesting, too, because I know our CEO, Jason Lippert, is all about this, like constantly when he's at town halls, meetings with team members, he's talking about starting from the ground up, starting from, the well-being of your team. A stronger workforce impacts the customers because it impacts the products that those customers are getting. So what kind of impacts have you seen on the workforce in your work as wellness director with all the different initiatives that are going on?
Yeah, in just a short amount of time, it's hard to even list all the impact that we've had because it looks so different for all of our teams. Some of it's simply just care coordination and connecting them with a primary care provider and maybe accessing a doctor that they haven't seen in a couple months. For others, it's that they've done a heart scanner, they've done that skin cancer screening, and we were able to find something early and take care of it ahead of time, so it doesn't grow or doesn't become a critical incident for us. So it's across the board. We've been able to take care of some mental health concerns as well. We've been able to get team members up and moving around and counting their steps during our annual step challenges. We've even, the Marine Division did a push-up challenge just this spring, and they raised money to give back to the community. So to your point, and to what Jason speaks of too, is that it's ingrained in our culture. It's so important that it's not just a checkbox, but it truly is what we are living and breathing every single day in the talk and in the walk that we're doing, so that our teams are better because of it. They not only are physically better, but they're mentally stronger, and then they're able to take care of business, and that just ripple effect has such a huge impact for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of internal resources for Lippert team members. So we get a lot of advantages, right? Because there are third-party apps that you can get out there to track steps, and you have to pay a monthly fee, and then you might get kind of out of it. You don't want to pay that monthly fee. But we have apps and resources within. You talk about being able to track steps, some of the challenges. We have the Lippert Life app, which team members have access to, which for free, just for working here, we have the ability to track some of our health activities and track that stuff. So we have just a better sight of what we're doing each day.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just a wellness hub. It really is that communication tool and that resource tool that all of our team members have access to, and they're able to log in and yes, track their steps and do the wellness initiatives, but they're also able to connect with some Lippert Cares activities that are happening, or our military engagement team, or our Lippert Women's Network. So there's so many other engagement activities and other things, other resources that are available literally at their fingertips, that they're able to, once they're connected, once they're logged in, they're able to connect with all of these other resources. It really just opens doors for them when they're ready to commit. It's just available to them, and we've seen such a great engagement, such a strong engagement, not only in the app, but to be able to talk about these challenges or talk about these wellness initiatives during the day, and then they go home and maybe they talk about it with their spouse or their family, or they're able to integrate it in their home life as well, and in their community too.
I have the Lippert Life app on my phone. I'm looking at it. Probably should use it a little bit more than I have been. But when you go on as a Lippert team member right now, the first thing you see is the Stressless Camping Challenge. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Stressless camping, just being less stressful and challenged. Tell us about what this challenge is for the Lippert team members, and why is it a big factor for you and for leaders all across Lippert to motivate team members to be their better selves?
Yeah, so in May, we celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month, knowing that we always need to be aware of mental health, and it doesn't just happen during the month of May, but we really took this opportunity to highlight resources that are available, and it's really set up as a daily habit tracker. So our teams are invited to participate in this challenge and hop on every single day. So maybe this is the motivator that you need to hop in every day.
I'm going to hit that get started button. I'm hitting the get started button right now.
There you go. You'll see your list of activities or activity prompts that you could do. This week, we're really focusing on sleep and making sure that you're getting quality sleep and that you're well rested. So you're going in there daily, you're reading those prompts, and you're completing that wellness activity. And then there's raffle incentive prizes at the end for that challenge completion. We really find that our teams are really motivated by those raffle prizes, those incentives, and then the greater raffle, the greater prize is earning those health insurance premium discounts. So if they participate and complete our wellness initiatives, then they can earn that premium discount in for next year, which really, when you talk about financial wellness and you talk about mental health and you talk about just your total wellness and your total well-being, that it absolutely makes a huge difference for us
sure.
and our teams as well.
There's so many motivating factors because you can be motivated by those financial goals that you just talked about. You can be motivated by other people within your plant or within your office who are also taking part in this challenge, and then motivated to compete against other plants. Maybe you're grouping together and you're competing against other plants or offices. I know I have some team members and had some team members on our customer experience team who would get on me quite a bit about get on Lippert Life, get on this challenge. I'm trying to win points. And they can get some prizes there too. So if anyone watching this right now has a question about, more things about wellness, well-being at Lippert, if there's something you're curious about, get them in the comments right now, and we will try to answer those at another time on Lippert Live. Ellen, thank you so much for letting our folks who are watching hear a little bit about the internal wellness at Lippert and what you do. And thank you so much for sharing with the folks watching on Lippert Live today.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
All righty, that was our conversation with Ellen Lowe, the well-being director. It was funny when that conversation started, like before I brought her on and before we were live on Lippert Live, I asked, what is your title specifically? And she is like, it's different depending on who you ask. And I asked her, and we got all of them. We got a wellness director, well-being director, however it is internally, but super important. We had Steve and some folks in the chat talking about physical well-being is just as important as mental well-being. They really all go together. So super cool to share some of the initiatives that Lippert and Ellen and her team have going within Lippert to make sure that our team members get the most out of it and maybe save some money along the way for their physical and mental well-being journey as well. I want to thank everyone who was watching this episode. I want to thank everyone who participated in our feedback in April and our survey in April on the Lippert Communities app. All types of feedback and survey related to awnings. If you took part in that initiative, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jim, for checking out our conversation with Ellen Lowe and everything on Lippert Live this week. As always, this weekend, if you're out there camping, if you're out there boating, anything outdoor related, if you see something that you think others should know about, get in our Lippert Scouts community and share that. If you see anything that you think Lippert should know about, if you want to throw a suggestion in the suggestion box, get into our community and let our Lippert team members and leaders know. We have quite a few eyeballs in there from all over the Lippert team member planet base, if you will, because we're all over the place. We have facilities in Europe and other countries, as well as here in the United States, and we got eyeballs all over to listen and hear your feedback and put it to good use. So make sure you're providing that in our Lippert Scouts community. Super excited to see what travels and plans you all have over the weekend. Thanks for joining us here on Lippert Live, and we'll see you next Friday at 11 a.m.